Hi, my name is Patrick, and this is Bikes and Briar. Welcome to my channel. Last week I made a video smoking a mystery English blend, and after doing some research, I realized that blend, there was an unmarked jar, and it was Boswell Northwoods, and it was a fine smoking experience. A few people reached out to me on social media asking me to make more videos, and specifically to make one on how I got started with pipe smoking. It just kind of snuck up on me. I was having a conversation with a friend at dinner, and we were watching a TV show, and I think somebody was smoking a cigarette, and my friend mentioned that smoking repulsed him and it was disgusting, and I agreed with him, and we had a little talk, and then it segued into pipe smoking because I said, hey, if there's one thing that I do like, it's pipe smoking. I don't like cigar smoking. I can't stand cigarette smoke. In fact, I'm repulsed by it and will usually go out of my way to avoid it. If I see somebody smoking on the street, I will go out of my way to avoid it. But I told him that I liked pipe smoke, and I said, it's something that I haven't seen or smelled in a really long time. We're talking decades. I can't even tell you the last time I smelled a pipe or saw somebody smoking a pipe. It's a lust, or it's from a bygone era. And so he told me a story about how when he was 12 years old, he had a teacher or somebody that was in church with him, I think it might have been a pastor or whatnot, who smoked a pipe, and this gentleman would let him smoke his pipe. And it was a few other young men there as well who took interest in it, and I think he brought other pipes and let the kids, take a drag or whatever. So he also pulled up a webpage showing some pipes that he kind of like the pipes that he had smoked that he remembered when he was 12 years old, and it was really cool, and it kind of planted a seed in me, and so I wanted to dive a little bit more into it. And if you know me, if any of you watching this video really knows me, you know that when I get into something, I go all in, 100%. It drives some people crazy, but it is what it is. I don't half-ass anything. And so I started researching this, and then I just dove all in. And I mean, for weeks and weeks, it was just all tobacco and pipe smoking. That's all I did. I drive a lot for a living, so I drive about 40 to 50,000 miles a year, and so I'm on the road a lot. And when I'm on the road a lot, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I read a lot. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and YouTube University. I mean, where would we be without that resource? You can pretty much learn anything you want to learn, and it's a wonderful thing. And so, as you know, the online community, the online pipe smoking community is so strong, and there's a lot of really great people that invest their time into helping people, and it's just a beautiful thing. And you have guys like the quintessential YouTube educator, Mutton Chop Piper, who I watched a ton of his videos. Wilson from the Spurgeon Piper, he's great too, has a lot of wonderful information for beginners. And these guys aren't pretentious at all. They're, just like regular guys like you and I. And then you've got philosophical guys like Alan Harrison from the Pipe Cottage, who doesn't really cater to the beginner smoker, but he's got a lot of philosophical ideas about pipe smoking, and he's an interesting fellow to listen to. You can tell that he speaks for a living. He's very good at speaking. I think he speaks publicly to people, and so it's second nature to him to talk about what's on his mind. Unlike me, I kind of keep to myself. I'm pretty outgoing with the people that I love and care about, but in general, I'm happy just being keeping to myself and being quiet and sitting off in a corner somewhere. So people that know me might disagree with that, but that's because I know them. And so, but in general, I've always been kind of a loner. So if I don't produce the best video, and if I stammer and stuff a lot, that's just, I'm not used to this. So this is like my second video. And the first video was just while I was relaxing right here in the evening after a hard day's work, and just came out here to smoke. So what got me into pipe smoking was, talking to my friend and getting into that. And then I just, I was enamored by the lost art of it. It seems like our lives are so busy with everything, with work. A lot of us commute a lot to work. We spend a lot of time in our cars, especially me. When we get home, you got kids, you got dinner to make, you got laundry, you got everything. And I'm not saying that people didn't have all this stuff before, but now we've got a tremendous amount of information on our phones all the time. We've got social media, we've got television that with endless things to watch. We have information coming at us from every direction, and something like pipe smoking, this takes time. You can't just go out on a smoke break and knock this out in 15 minutes. This is not a quick fix, and I think that's what I like about it. This is not about getting high or trying to get a buzz or feeding an addiction. It's about tasting the tobacco, and it's about the experience. And I appreciate that. I think it's really cool. I'm a very analog person. I'm an avid motorcyclist. Been riding for, I don't know, near almost 25 years now. I've logged hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles on a bike. I was a motorcycle safety foundation coach, and taught many people how to ride bikes for 3 years. I did that, and I have 2 cars. Both of them are stick shifts, manual transmissions. I'm an analog guy, and I like working with my hands. I like doing a lot of things myself. I would rather solve a problem myself than take a car or a motorcycle to somebody to have them fix it. I would rather do it myself. So very hands-on person. So this type of thing appeals to me. And I also found out after doing this research and everything that my grandfather smoked pipes, and my sister, or my mom, saved his pipes, and my sister claimed those pipes after our mom passed away. So those are down in Southern California, and I haven't gone down to pick them up yet. But I didn't get into pipe smoking because of the Lord of the Rings trilogy or books or anything like that, and it wasn't even for my grandfather, who apparently smoked. It was just I guess maybe it was a deep-seated thing in me, but when I had this conversation with my friend, it just kind of it just awoke in me. And so yeah, and so fast forward to now. Well, what happened was I started looking up places like local tobacconists, and I found this great resource, Pipes Magazine, that has a directory for all the local tobacconists in your area, pretty much in every state. And some of them are rated, some of them are not. And I found the best one near about an hour and 20 minutes from me, which is north of San Francisco. I'm in San Jose, which is Northern California, South Bay Area. And This place is north of the Golden Gate Bridge, about 15 or 20 minutes in San Rafael, and which is not a big deal for me. I drive a lot for work, and so usually about twice a week I'm up in that area anyway. So I found this shop called Telford's, and I didn't know what I was getting into when I walked in. Of course, I had watched a bunch of videos and stuff, but it's totally different watching a video and going in there and being exposed firsthand. You might think that you become a professional from watching YouTube, and you get a YouTube degree and all that in the subject that you're researching, and you definitely get acclimated to things and you get used to the terminology and stuff like that. But it's another thing to put the pipe in your hand and feel it in your mouth and work with it. It's completely different. So I walked in this shop, and the first thing that hit me when I opened those doors was the cigar smell. The smoke just hit me upside the head. I walked in, and I'm not a person who likes smoke, so that really caught me. It really hit me hard, and I wasn't even sure I'd be able to spend 10 minutes in this place, to be honest with you. But I thought, let's just stick it out. You don't have to be in here every day, all day. It's just for a moment. Just go in and do your thing and walk out. So I introduced myself to these guys, told them that I was, totally green, and what I wanted to accomplish by going in there was to learn more about it, but also I wanted to buy 3 pipes. And the reason why I wanted to buy 3 pipes is because from everything I've learned, you want a second pipe as a beginner, because if you smoke one, the moisture from the tobacco and the moisture from your mouth brings a lot of moisture in the bowl and the shank. And so as soon as you're done smoking it, you want to clean it with a pipe cleaner, and then you want to set your pipe down and let it rest for 24 to 48 hours so that it dries out. And then you have another one. So if you want to smoke another one right away, you can. So I wanted 2 for myself, and then I wanted to grab 1 for my friend. And if he got interested in it, he could buy another pipe of his choosing. I figured, if he smokes a pipe, then he's probably going to smoke only with me, and I only see the guy maybe once a week. And so if I see him once a week, there's plenty of time for his pipe to rest. So they pointed me to a wall with estate pipes, and because I didn't really want to buy a new pipe. I didn't know if I was going to stick with it, and I knew that by buying 3 pipes, I would be spending the equivalent of 1 really nice pipe. So so I went and looked over at the wall of estate pipes that were, I think, up to $50 or $45, something like that. And I lined up a bunch of pipes. They had this really cool plastic sleeve that you could put over each pipe, over the stem or over the bit, so that you could so you can put your mouth on it without putting your mouth directly on the stem, on some dirty stem, So I thought that was pretty cool. So I basically just grabbed all the pipes that were interesting to me, put them on a ledge, and then I then really critiqued each pipe after that, and just eliminated them one by one until I got to 3 of my favorites, and these are them. So the first one I settled on was a Irish Seconds. It's a black rusticated finish, pretty deep bowl, goes, well, my fingers are fat, but goes up to my second knuckle. It's pretty big, pretty decent sized bowl. And I didn't know this at the time. I researched this later, but I guess this is a Peterson second. So pretty cool bent billiard with kind of a diamond shape shank. I just thought it looked really cool and old school, and it was in pretty good shape. It has a couple teeth marks underneath here, but other than that, it looks fairly nice. It's definitely been smoked. There's a few little spots inside the bowl that look like they might have been hot spots or whatnot, but overall cool pipe. So I got that. Then I got this cool, probably a St. Patrick's Day special. This is a Molina pipe from Italy, and it's green. It's a smooth finish, green. You can see the grain on there, which is neat, and then the white and green swirl stem on it. It says Italy back here. This pipe was in really good condition, no bite marks at all. This is probably an acrylic stem, doesn't show any wear on it whatsoever. The bowl looks to be in really good condition. There's a little bit of discoloring on the top, but not a big deal. Pretty cool pipe. I'm Scottish, so I don't know, this kind of spoke to me. So I think this was one of the first that I picked up. And then lastly, I picked up this La Rocca for my friend. This is also from Italy. Now you might notice that it's got a very dull stem on it, and the finish is quite dull. I don't know if you can see that. There's a thumb mark right here where the previous smoker held onto it like this. I thought that was kind of cool. But the reason why the stem is so dull and has no shine on it is because I was a dumbass, total beginner, and on the side of the bowl as well. I thought it would be a good idea to take Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to this thing. Don't do that. I wish somebody would have told me, but there was a lot of oxidation on this one, on this stem, and I wanted to get rid of it, and I tried using 70% isopropyl alcohol. I tried using pretty mild cleaners, and nothing removed it. It looked good when it was wet. It was nice and shiny, but as soon as it dried, you could see all the oxidation on here. And so yeah, smart move. No, not smart. Do not take a magic eraser to the exterior of your pipe. Not a good idea. So I'm going to take this to Todd Brugman in Boston when I go in early May. He's the pipe maker in at LJ Peretti's. I'm going to pay that shop a visit. I'm going to bring him this pipe, and hopefully he can bring some life back into it, and then I'll give it back to my friend. I brought these two pipes to my friend's house, and we proceeded to pack them the best we could and smoke them. And we used I ended up going to another pipe shop pretty close to me in San Jose, or in Santa Clara, called Mission Pipe Shop. These guys were super helpful. They gave me this cool Ashton cigar box. They gave me a bunch of matches. They gave me some pipe cleaners. Really cool guys. They pre-packed my pipe for me for free. I walked out of there with 2 ounces of 2 different types of tobacco. One was called the Briar. It looked like it's just a burley. It's just brown. That's it. And then I picked up a black raspberry, which I guess is a Lane Limited, and we packed that in this guy. And we puffed on these things like chimneys, and we both burnt our mouths. The tobacco tasted like cigarettes. There was nothing special about it at all. It was fun to do it, but I knew that I was missing something, and I knew that I was puffing it too much, just trying to get whatever I could out of it, trying to get some flavor, trying to create big smoke plumes. And my friend, being a cigar smoker, he just wanted to create a ton of smoke, and we just did it all wrong. We just went about it all wrong, but it was still a fun experience. So I went home with a sore tongue for 3 days, and just did some more research and stuff on tongue bite and how to avoid tongue bite. And You know, obviously I found that the tobacco was probably a little too moist. I could have dried it out for 20 minutes, a half an hour, whatever. And definitely could have smoked it slowly. I can tell you, I have smoked a few bowls since then, and I've made the same mistakes. What you think is slow is not. You got to go really slow. I mean, really slow. I mean, I've probably smoked maybe 10 bowls now, maybe. I'm green. I'm still super green, so I'm still learning a lot. Yeah, I'm still looking for that smoke and all that kind of stuff. And if I don't see it, then I'm relighting, I'm tamping, I'm relighting, tamping, and yeah, I'm still, I'm still learning. And there's been a few times, a few really good moments though. I bought this tobacco from the Country Squire called. I bought Rivendell from them. I got Cowboy Coffee from them. That's a great blend. And then I got Old Toby. I had a really good smoking experience with Old Toby. It's a great tobacco, tastes wonderful. I've only smoked it once, and that was a few weeks ago. I'm maybe 2 months into this whole adventure. So anyway, learning a lot. That's how I got into it. And I just love that it's a lost art, harks back to the old days when our lives weren't so busy. When you took a break and instead of, looking at your phone, you took a look around you, you gazed out at the trees, at the fields, at your farm or whatever, and you contemplated what you accomplished, you contemplated your life, you contemplated goals that you set, and so forth. Just a time when things went a lot slower. I mean, I live in California, and some of these guys I watch on YouTube, they live in the South, and things are a lot slower even today in the South than they are in California. I can tell you that. Things are busy here. You're just moving constantly. There's a lot of stimulation here, and this is why we need vacation to get away and to relax. Oftentimes I don't want to go to some big busy city where it's just chaotic, because that's where I come from. So when I look to go on vacation, I'm looking to hit the beach. I'm looking to go to the mountains in the middle of nowhere, to a cabin that's nice and quiet, where I can jump on a bicycle, or rent a canoe and get on the water and just cruise, So that's pretty much it in a nutshell of how I got started into pipe smoking. My goal for this channel is to simply help others. If I can bring knowledge to beginner pipe smokers like me and keep them from making the same mistakes that I did, like taking a magic eraser to their pipe, don't do what I did. So I want to help people and basically share my pipe smoking adventures, maybe review some tobacco, maybe do some box openings of new pipes. I've got some new pipes coming, and I'd like to share those with you. I think it'd be fun to share this adventure with like-minded folks, and I don't know anybody else who smokes a pipe, so you're it. So if you've got any topic suggestions you'd like me to go over, please leave those in the comments. I'd be happy to go over those. And another thing I want to do with this channel is do some how-to videos. I'd like to make some how-to videos on motorcycling so that people can be safer riders. And a lot of these things with motorcycling also translates to road cycling, which I am also I'm an avid road cyclist and tandem rider. I ride a tandem bike. A lot of the skills that you learn with motorcycling translate to bicycling, especially descending. When you're descending fast mountain roads that are twisty, motorcycle skills definitely play a role into that. And so if you guys want to talk about motorcycles, you want to talk about bicycles, I'll do some how-to videos with cars as well. I'm a car guy, I'm a motorcycle guy, bicyclist. So anyway, lots of different content all the way, and I hope that you'll join me for all of it. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I know it's kind of a long video, but until next time, have a good one.